Charlie Ballard coming out next. When I say Charlie, you say Ballard. Charlie! Charlie! Charlie!
All right, you guys, give it up for Reggie and Jackie. Yeah! Oh my God, you guys. Hey! Hi! Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for having me back. This was my first big show that I did here back in 2004. So it was really you guys who got me on the path to making me believe that I could do this. So for my big thank you before I'm gonna get on touring. Round of applause for yourselves for being such a great crowd, a great community, and just supporting each other and our artists, because I think that's really important. And Kathy told me to tell me if you guys have any last minute donations, just go ahead and make the check out to me, and I'll make sure it gets to them sometime. I like performing on big stages because it makes me look skinny. It does. You know, I've been doing comedy for about 7 years now, and it's going great. And what I love about comedy, it's taking me to different places. I got to perform for a lot of Indian casinos, a lot of Indian tribes, a few comedy clubs. And one of the places I went to perform was in Minnesota for the Leech Lake community. And you know, in my downtime, I was like, you know, walking around the res, and I went to the Indian trading post, you know, and I was a visiting cashier. And, you know, she had like all these hickeys all over her neck. It was just like one big hickey from like left to right. It just looked like the map, you know, the United States, like right there. You know, and I wasn't trying to be all awkward about it. And I was like, oh, hey, is there like a rash going around or something? And she was like, oh, how embarrassing. You know, sometimes my husband just does things to me and I don't find out till way later. I was like, oh. You know, as much as I travel now, I love the Bay Area. I always love coming back here and performing for the people here. You know, because we do things here in the Bay Area that you'll see nowhere else. Like recently, we just started the Crystal Meth Walk. Some of you guys have heard of it. It's a lot like the AIDS Walk or the Breast Cancer Walk, but basically what they do is they raise awareness for people who use crystal meth. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So my walker came up to me and I sponsored him like $2 for every mile he walked. But what I didn't know is that when they do the walk, they're all on crystal meth. So now I owe that guy like $22,000. I'm like, dude, that walk was over 3 months ago. It's cool. What Reggie was saying, you know, it feels like a dream here living in the Bay Area because, you know, there's so many different ethnic people and we all seem to, you know, manage and get along. And I would say out of all the ethnic people in the Bay Area, I personally love Chinese people. Do we have any Chinese people here tonight? Yeah, woo! I do. I love Chinese people. I do. I love Chinese people because Chinese people are the only people on this earth louder than black people. Some of you guys think, you know, Chinese people are like, you know, shy, very reserved people. And they are. That's only because English is their second language. Like if you hear them talking their first language, they're loud. Like I catch the 30 bus through Chinatown all the time, and I was sitting next to this little old Asian lady, and like the whole time she was screaming in my ear, and I was like, holy crap, what are you trying to say? And she said, hello. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know, when I'm not doing shows, I have a lot of downtime, and I watch a lot of television. One of my favorite shows this season is Project Runway. Is anybody in here ready Project Runway? Yeah, I mean, I hate to seem a little cliche, but I do love Project Runway. I do, I love it. And I love this season, but last season was the best. Last season was the best ever, and they're not going to be able to top it. And the reason because one of the episodes from last season, the challenge for the designers was to create a textile based on their background. And one of the designers was HIV positive, and he didn't really want to like talk about it or like, you know, out himself. So what he did is he created a fabric based on his HIV positive background. And it was just like all these little plus signs and neon, and it was so gorgeous. I mean, of course he won the challenge. And like, if you watch the interviews in the show, you know, he was like, you know, I was really scared, you know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to like tell everyone that I was HIV positive, but I could just feel this inner voice guiding me along, just to tell everyone. You know, I thought that was really sweet. I wish I had an inner voice like that. This is how my inner voice sounds. Hey, let's go get some Popeyes. I watch a lot of movies. My favorite genre are horror movies. I love horror movies because, you know, they're scary, but what I always notice in horror movies, it's always the skinny actresses that are getting cut. You know, it's always a skinny actress, you know. And the reason why they get cut in those movies is because, you know, you only have to shake them once and they drop. Like, you'll never see like a big actress in a scary movie, and like you'll hear Jason like, and then he'll come out and he'll be like, and then she'll be like, oh hey, are you turning into a Chinese talk? Can you kind of look like rock her? I'm trying to squeeze into these jeans and I need some like rock her. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you guys are a great audience. You guys are really good. What else? You know, when I'm not doing comedy, I volunteer at a senior citizens retirement center. You know, isn't that kind of cool? Yeah. And I love hanging out with my senior citizens. Like, you guys should go do it, and you know, visit with them. You know, visit with our elders and talk to them. And I love hanging out with elders because, especially in a retirement home, you know, they don't care that you're there. They're just happy that anyone's there to like visit them. They're like so comatose, you know, they're just happy. And like I have one client and I call him Grandpa Joe, and you know, I just talked to him about my gay problems. And I'm like, Grandpa Joe, I was like, I don't know. I like gay guys, but they're just not into my man titties. You know, and Grandpa Joe's like, well, I don't see why not. You're so beautiful. But you know, sometimes you have to watch out because they get hit by boats. No, Grandpa Joe, I said man titties, not manatees. Great time, it's always a great time. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing comedy, and it's really competitive with other comedians, and it's hard sometimes because our relationships are strenuous. Because I hear a lot of stupid jokes, especially when it comes to Native Americans. Like, you know, I mean, I guess there's a give and take, but I mean, I can only stand so much. I mean, if it's a good joke, it's a good joke. Like, I hear a lot of stupid jokes about Native Americans. Like, I heard this one. They're like, hey, how do Native Americans laugh? Ha 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 ha. And then I thought about it. We do laugh like that. And it's usually after we take all of your money at our Indian casinos. You know, me being Native American, my least favorite holiday is Christopher Columbus Day. Yes, I do. I hate Christopher Columbus Day. Because for the whole day, every time I see white people, I always have to act surprised. talking about reservation cars earlier, and I bought my first reservation car last year, and I was very proud of it. Yeah! I bought it in Gallup, Mexico, and I drove it home all the way like 900 miles from Gallup to Oakland, California, and I was just so excited, and I was so proud of it. So when I got home, I got home like really late, and I just parked it on, our front lawn, and where res cars go, in case you guys don't know. I just parked it like in the front, and I was like, cool. So I just didn't think anything more of it. So I went to bed. My neighbor called me in a panic at 5 a.m. in the morning. He was like, bring, bring, bring. And I was like, yeah, hello? He was like, hey man, I think somebody just broke into your car. And I looked outside and I was like, no, that's just how it looks. How many people, I'm talking to the natives in here. How many natives in here like to walk into an Indian casino, any Indian casino, and just act like you own the place? Right, because who's gonna know? They don't know. They think we all look alike anyway, so why not use that to your leverage? I tried doing that this one time, and I went into, what's the place up here, up the road, Cache Creek. I just walked in there, with my proud Indian walk, just nose up in there, just started checking out the place. And this one security guard got irate with me, and I was like, you know what? If it wasn't for my people, you guys wouldn't have jobs. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry there. Excuse me. But who did you say you were related to? And I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to lie, but I didn't want to tell the truth. So I was like kind of caught in a pickle. So I just stood there and I tried to come up with like the most clever thing I could come up to. I was like, well, look at here. In the Indian way, we're all related. And then I got the hell out of there. It's cool. You guys are fun. You guys are a really good audience. You guys have definitely seen me grow throughout the years, and I appreciate that. So definitely not done. I heard a leave clap. Just wait. I turned 37 this year, and I know I'm getting older, especially when it comes to sex, because I'm not as flexible as I used to be. Anybody else? I'm not as bendable. And I had one of my girlfriends tell me, she's like, wow, why don't you try yoga? And I was like, honey, that was my yoga. Does anybody here use Craigslist? No? Just me? Oh, I heard a clap from back there. I do. I know I shouldn't use Craigslist for personals, because of the whole Craigslist killer and everything. But actually, when I put my personal ads on Craigslist, I actually make it safer for everyone else. And my ads actually deter like all the sociopaths and all the psychos out there. Like when they see my ad, it just says like, 37 years old, born again virgin. And when they open it up, it's just a picture of me naked like this. Like I said, I'm not as bendable, so I can only go back so far. Because I like to leave a little to imagination. I know, I'm out there. I'm so out there, you guys. What was that? I heard something. I heard a man talking very low. I will find you. And you'll be saying, oh baby. Yeah. Or if I'm lucky, I'll be saying, oh baby too. So, leaving tonight, the last time I was here, I did some 49 songs. And, I was listening to the girls earlier, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I gotta do this one. And this song I wrote for my cat. My cat passed away a couple years ago, so this was my cat's favorite song. And that cat was very special to me. It wasn't like any regular cat. It was one of those cats that could turn one of the door handles and escape a burning house. Except for that last time. So I want to sing you guys my cat's favorite 49 song. The hairball song. All right, you guys, I want to thank you guys for having me. And I want to bring our host back out. You guys have a fabulous closer for this evening. We grew up together. He's awesome. He's off the hook. And I'll be waiting for you.